Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Denominators channel of wrestling results here on this channel. So we have WWE Monday Night Raw results for you guys. So backstage we have Seth Rollins says Kevin Owens weaseled his way into Rollins' title match at day 1. In a few moments, Owens and the WWE Champion Big E will be locked in a steel cage. Rollins is going to watch them destroy each other. At day 1, Rollins will be the new WWE Champion. Big E says not only is he going to beat Owens, but he's also going to make him suffer. Big E makes his way to the ring. From another spot backstage, Owens says Big E is the liar. That's not Big E's WWE Championship. It belongs to Owens. Owens is going to make Big E suffer tonight, and that's not a lie. That's no lie. Steel cage match. Big E versus Kevin Owens. As soon as the bell rings, Owens bolts for the door. Big E cuts him off and lands a few strikes. Owens pushes Big E away and goes for the door again. Big E cuts him off again. Owens tries to climb the cage. Big E crouches Owens on the top rope, and Big E lands a flurry of strikes while Owens is pinned between the ropes and the cage. Owens knocks Big E away. Owens climbs the cage again. Big E tries to push Owens. What the fuck? This is all full battery of this light. Sorry, I don't know why it's dying already. Big E tries to push Owens' head between the small space where the cage sides meet. Big E runs into Owens, smashing him against the cage. Owens sidesteps as Big E tries it again. Big E runs into the cage head first. After the break, Owens lands a springboard moonsault for a near fall. Big E reverses Owens' Irish whip, sending Owens into the cage. Big E goes for the door, but Owens stops it. Owens slams Big E's head into the cage. Owens starts his climb. Big E follows. Owens slams Big E's head off the cage again. Big E falls to the mat. Owens almost gets to the top. Big E tries to electric chair drop Owens. Owens reverses it into a sunset powerbomb. Big E kicks out. Big E fires up and lands a few series of belly-to-belly suplexes. Owens lands a super kick cannonball by Owens. Big E kicks out. Owens goes for the door, only to be cut off by Big E again. Owens locks Big E in a Boston Crab. Big E crawls towards the door. Both Owens and Big E are half out of the cage. Rollins appears out of nowhere and slams the cage door on both of their heads. After the break, Big E tries to set up a big ending off the top rope. Owens claws Big E's eyes. Big E falls down to the mat. Frog splash by Owens. Big E kicks out. Big E crawls to the corner. Owens charges in and Big E makes him sit down. Big E tries to end big ending again. Owens counters and almost hits the stunner. Big E avoids it but runs right into a pop-up powerbomb. Big E kicks out again. Owens climbs to the top of the cage. Rollins screams for Big E to get up. Big E hits the big ending off the second rope. Big E crawls to the door. Owens grabs Big E's foot. Big E kicks Owens off and crawls out of the cage for the win. Your winner, Big E. After the match, Rollins attacks Big E and Owens. Rollins tries to stomp Owens, but Big E catches him in mid-air, and he hits a nasty belly-to-belly suplex. Big E hits another big ending on Owens for good measures. Okay, so next, on to the next page. During the break, Bobby Lashley hits the ring and destroys Rollins, Big E, and Owens. Next, we have Nikki ASH with Rhea Ripley. Hold on. Okay. Rhea Ripley versus Queen Zelina with Carmella. Queen Zelina slams Nikki before choking her with the bottom rope. Nikki sits up and eats a knee by Queen Zelina. Queen Zelina goes for a lazy pin. That Nikki turns it into a pin of her own. Queen Zelina kicks out. Nikki fires up and lands a few strikes. Queen Zelina tries to pin Nikki with her feet on the ropes, but the referee catches her. Neckbreaker by Nikki. Nikki goes up top. Queen Zelina moves out of the way of Nikki's dive. Queen Zelina hits Code Red for the win. Sorry, it died again. Zelina wins. Your winner, Queen Zelina. Backstage, Riddle tries to convince Randy Orton to put on a WWE blazer so they can commentate the tag title tournament tonight. Orton eventually relents and puts it on. Orton and Riddle make their way to the commentary desk. RK Bro name it round 1 match. AJ Styles and Omos versus the Street Profits. AJ Styles lands a series of strikes as soon as the bell rings. Ford responds with a beautiful dropkick. Ford and Dawkins double team Styles. Dawkins suplexes Ford on top of Styles. Dawkins crushes Styles in the corner with a spinning clothesline. Omos sends Dawkins out of the ring. Dawkins spills to the outside area. Styles dives over the top and elbows Dawkins in the face. After the break, Omos and Styles are working over Dawkins. Dawkins manages to tag in Ford, who drops Styles with a series of kicks. Ford slams Omos. Dawkins hits the ring and slaps Omos too. Styles brainbusters Ford. Styles sets up the phenomenal forearm. Omos tags himself in. Dawkins pulls Styles off the apron. Omos beats up Dawkins outside of the ring. Omos ends up getting counted out. Your winners are the Street Profits. After the match, Styles and Omos, he has to listen to him. Styles tells Omos he has to listen to him. Omos just walks away. Styles looks distraught. Riddle gets in the ring and tries to interview Styles. Riddle asks Styles what's going on with him and Omos. Styles tells Riddle to hit the bricks. It was just a miscommunication. Styles storms off. Riddle asks Orton if he has anything to add. Riddle tries to get a Randy chant started. Orton grabs a mic and says nope. Okay, on to the next page. Backstage, Becky Lynch says it's a big night for Liv Morgan. Morgan has momentum. There is a new bandwagon to jump on, and the Liv Morgan train is rolling. Lynch says no one really wants Morgan to win the title. I do. The minute you win it, they turn on you. Tonight is just another Monday night for the Raw Women's Champion. United States Championship Open Challenge. Damian Priest as your champion versus Robert Roode with Dolph Ziggler. Priest eventually pins Roode after the reckoning. Winner and still United States champion Damian Priest. As Bianca Belair makes her way to the ring, Dewdrop attacks her from behind. Bianca Belair versus Dewdrop. Belair drops Dewdrop as soon as the bell rings. Belair misses a drop kick. Dewdrop immediately hits a senton for a near fall. Dewdrop works over Belair. Belair knocks Dewdrop off the apron with a handspring attack. The Dewdrop pulls Belair out of the ring and sends her into the ring steps. Dewdrop hits Belair with death from above out on the floor. After the break, Belair tries a suplex. Dewdrop reverses it, but Belair slips out of Dewdrop's grasp. Spine buster by Belair. Crossbody off the top by Belair. Dewdrop kicks out. Belair tries a sunset flip, but Dewdrop sits out and crushes Belair. Vader bomb by Dewdrop. Belair kicks out. Dewdrop rips out a few of her hair clips Belair has in her hair. Belair avoids Dewdrop's cannonball attempt. Belair lifts Dewdrop up for the KOD. Dewdrop hooks the ropes and slides out of the ring. Dewdrop gets counted out. Yay, the fans are chanting for Bianca Belair for win. Woo! Fuck Bianca Belair. She's a fucking bitch anyway. Time to sit under the learning tree with Vince McMahon once again. Austin Theory, WWE Raw. The Miz says he knows everyone is wondering where his wife Maurice is, but she would never come to a place like Memphis, Tennessee. Miz intimates that Edge is slipping, and we are going to find out right now. Miz introduces his guest, Edge. Edge joins Miz in the ring. Edge tells Miz if he is confused by his compliment last week, he meant it. Miz mocks Edge and calls him weak. The old Edge would have speared him out of his boots last week. Edge says not to take his kindness for weakness. Miz says he doesn't need Edge's kindness now. He needed it when he started and was bullied back in the day. Edge and his friends were scared of losing their spots. Edge says Miz is painting with a broad brush. Miz brushed Edge off and when Edge tried to pull him aside all those years ago. Miz walked in the door thinking he was more important than anyone else. Edge tells Miz to look in the mirror, and the mirror will tell him he's an ass. Miz calls Edge a hypocrite. Miz challenges Edge to a match at day 1. Edge tells Miz if he wants a fight, he's on. They can fight right now. Miz says no. It's not because he's afraid. Edge flinches at Miz and he falls down. Okay, next page. RK Bro Dominant Round 1 match. Ray and Dominik Mysterio versus the Alpha Academy. Riddle is out for commentary. Gable takes down Dominik. Dominik fires back with a few right hands. Rope walk, arm drag by Dominik. Gable tells Dominik not to run to his daddy. Dominik slaps Gable in the face. Gable suplexes Dominik. Fuck! It's a full battery too. Gable rolls Dominik into a single leg crab. Dominik turns it into a pin. Gable kicks out. Gable hits a dragon screw in the ropes. Gable attempts a moonsault, but Dominik moves out of the way. Dominik rolls up Gable for the win. Your winners are Rey and Dominik Mysterio. Riddle tries to interview Gable and Otis, but Otis body slams him. I would have done the same thing. Back in Mr. McMahon's office, he tells Theory he's not going to have a match since he wasn't ready. Mr. McMahon says Theory will need to find another way to impress him. Theory does jumping jacks. Mr. McMahon tells him to stop and find another way to impress him. Finn Balor versus T-Bar. T-Bar tosses Balor all over the ring. Balor surprises T-Bar with a sling blade. Balor goes up top. T-Bar cuts him off and sets a choke slam off to the top. Balor pushes T-Bar back to the mat. Balor hits his double stomp for the win. Your winner, Finn Balor. After the match, Theory attacks Balor. Next page. Raw Women's Championship match. Becky Lynch as your champion versus Liv Morgan. Lynch goes behind Morgan and drops her to the mat. Lynch trash talks Morgan. Clotheslines by Lynch. Morgan floors Lynch with a shoulder block. Lynch reverses a leapfrog into a facebuster. Morgan and Lynch trade pin attempts. Lynch tries to lock in the disarmer. Morgan turns it into a pin. Lynch drops Morgan with a right hand. Lynch misses a dive. Code breaker by Morgan. Morgan catches Lynch with a suicide dive. Morgan hurts her elbow as she lands. Lynch kicks out. After the break, Lynch is working over Morgan. Morgan tries to fire up, but Lynch cuts her off with a inverted DDT. And Morgan catches Lynch with a boot. Lynch tries Morgan on the top rope. Morgan hits her head on the top turnbuckle. Morgan and Lynch trade strikes. These press by Morgan. Lynch avoids Oblivion. Morgan stomps Lynch on the apron. Morgan goes up top and lands a drop kick. Lynch kicks out. Morgan puts Lynch in the rings of Saturn. Lynch turns it into a disarmer. The disarmer. Morgan gets to the ropes. Morgan reverses the manhandle slam into a pin. Lynch kicks out and turns it into a pin of her own. Lynch hooks the ropes as the referee counts to 3. Winner and still Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. And that's it, you ladies and gentlemen. That's your Monday Night Raw results. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. I will be bringing you guys another video of AEW Dark. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys then. I'm Unstoppable and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.